After 40 years in journalism, Connie Williams found her way to the Alpha Phi House at the University of Montana to be the sorority's house mom. She was a healthy person who liked to stay active, but that all changed one January day when she had gotten back from UM's winter break.
I'd been gone for 2 weeks and I decided I needed a long walk. So I was walking up by the campus. It was kind of cold and snowy and windy that day.
It was here in this area that Connie was walking until she woke up here at St. Patrick Hospital.
And the only thing I remember is thinking, why is there's this big snowy bike rack in the middle of the parking lot. What's it doing there?
Connie had what is called an ischemic stroke. She was found on the Kim Williams Trail by a Good Samaritan on a bike rack. St. Patrick Hospital Dr. Elliott, who treated Connie, explains what happened.
The type of stroke we're talking about here is when, for some reason, a clot goes into one of the arteries in the brain. Usually it comes either from the heart or the carotid arteries, and it blocks off an artery feeding a particular part of the brain. So that part of the brain without blood flow is going to die.
Luckily for Connie, St. Patrick doctors have a protocol they follow to open up the artery so that part of the brain doesn't die. Doctors can now go in surgically and remove the clot before the brain completely strokes, in a procedure that goes through the groin and follows the artery into the brain to remove the clot.
And we can kind of predict that by doing a CT perfusion imaging when they come in, and it can show what part of the brain has already died, what part of the brain is at risk, is going to die if you don't get that artery open. That's called penumbra. And we can image that and predict that.
The clot was removed in less than 3 hours after Connie was found on the Kim Williams Trail. Connie was in the hospital for only 24 hours.
Our nurse, Kelly, who did a great job on the case, came down super excited saying, she's normal. Normal.
Connie says doctors believe it was a family history of blood clots in her family that led to her stroke.
They got together and decided I had atrial fibrillation, which my mother had. And it's probably genetic. I probably inherited it. In fact, my mother died from that in a similar situation. She had a blood clot to her brain.
Getting to the hospital as soon as possible to reduce the damage of a massive stroke is one of the most important things you can do. In Missoula, I'm Catherine Rowley, MTN.